2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Right, back on a focus again today. We're going to stick some rally flaps on and sort this inner wheel arch liner out. And I couldn't find one on eBay, so I had to go and buy a new one from Ford. As you see, the difference in the two, that one's got that little shelf lippy thing, and that one's just nice and flat. I think these are about 80 something quid from Ford. Not cheap, but you know what do you do? Needs to have one in it, because as you see from the last video, the amount of dirt that gets caught up in that wheel arch, you can quite easily rip out or rust all the inner wheel arch out. Isn't too bad, so I'll just give it a light coating of wax oil all over it after I cleaned it. So we'll get this arch on and we'll get this rally flap fitted on this side. Right, as you can see, it's all fitted. I say all fitted, it's all in place. So we've got our two pickup points here for the rally flaps. I haven't put the bolts in here. I did manage to find all these bolts here. I don't know what these are for, but they're in the same pile. I could do with more of these, because that's what retains the thing in place. So I've got all these studs and all in the inside here and down here. That should have these little star things on. I've only got one of these, so I'm going to stick that one on there like that. I'm going to have to get some more, but I have got these two screws here which goes into the back here, which I managed to salvage out, and I had this here, but I can't remember. It's definitely a Ford fitting, and this came off something as well. I seem to remember, I think it might have gone onto there somehow, but I can't see when. Get light in there. And you've got the star on that one there. How that's going to pull onto there. As you see, once you pull it over to it, it's really in the same place. Once you do that, but then it don't stretch over to the stud on there, which is a bit weird. So we'll figure that out in a minute. But yeah, alright, let's get the rally flaps. Right, so these are the rally flaps. Actually, Rally Flapz is the company. Seem quite nice. They look quite nice in the car, in my aspect. But the reason why I'm fitting these is because of the roads that I live down. You can see it's already starting to chip away at the body kit. If you look at the front here, how much dirt and build up you get from them. So that's the reason why I'm fitting them, and also hopefully hide some of that gravel rash on the corner there. So what I'm going to do is that will just go onto there. I'll pick up on this bolt here, move the light so you can actually see. So I'll actually pick up on this bolt here, which is the original screw, and this original screw here. And then the other two, you just have to drill through and fit the little push style clips that it come with. So this one here, you should be able to just get a clip in it, but this one here, it looks like you have to push that in and also put one of these behind it. Push that in into the flap itself, and then they give you these little spacers to go behind it, so actually it's not distorting the flap at all. What I'll do is get this onto the car with the two screws that come off the car, and then I'll explain a little bit better then. Right, so what I've done, two factory screws on there. I've put a spacer behind here because, as you can see, there's a bit of a gap. Could probably do 2 spacers actually, but I'm not too sure how many spacers we'll need at this point. So what we're going to do is we're just going to drill through here 6mm for these pilot holes onto the back of the wheel arch liner, and then just use push clips. You see, this doesn't look too bad. Right, let's get these push clips in. That in, and then just got to do the same on the other side. Anyway, you get the idea how to fit them. They don't look too bad, and hopefully keep all the dirt out, and you can't see any of the gravel rash on the bumper now. But yeah, we'll give that a little bit of a tweak, do the other side, and then get on to do the fronts. Alright, got this one all in. That literally took me longer to clean the bumper one behind it than what it did to actually fit it. So once you get a technique going, it's not too difficult at all. And I just had a look at this side. It doesn't look like it's got an attachment there, but it looks like it has there. So I've done the same on the other side with that little horseshoe clip thing. So that's how I've attached that and left that like that, how it is on the other side. What I will have to do is just get some more of them little star clip things, just to keep that all nice and secure. It's not going to go anywhere. I'm drive down the road like that, ain't going to go nowhere. But just for added security, I guess there'll only be a few pence each anyway. But anyway, this is what the back look like with the rally flaps. Looking tasty. So we'll get on to the front one now. Alright, so this is the front. So we need to pick up at the top of the flap with this bolt here, and this is where the spacers come in that you put in between here to space it out from here, because this sits quite proud. But this is why we're sort of like doing it, and to get rid of that gravel ash air. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get an airline and I'll blow out all the crud from behind there and get some soapy water and clean it up so it's as clean as it's going to be. And when we get outside, we'll pressure wash it and we'll get right behind the flap just to loosen up any dirt and to hopefully that'll drip out the bottom then. But right, let's get it clean. Sort of cleaned. So what I'll do is get this bolt out and I'll start hanging the flap and line it all up and hopefully drill some holes. it's hanging in place now. So what you need to do is you need to line it up so it's nice and square, and then start drilling the holes and fitting. Get some light in there. Start drilling some holes along here, 1, 2, 3 maybe, and get your push rivets in. And again, they give you the spacers so you can space it out, because you can see where it's trying to pull it. I think you've got a spacer in there, make it look a little bit nicer. But right, let's do some drilling and some measuring. Right, there we go, all done. Original skew and screw, drilled through, 6mm. This one hasn't got a spacer because it steps out a little bit, but these two have got spacers behind, just so it's not pulling and it's sitting nice and straight, and it looks quite nice. Move the light out of the way. There you go. Now when you order these from Flapz, they do ask you if your car has been lowered, because the one with the lowered cars, they cut, I think it's like 20mm shorter than the original ones. And I know my car sits about an inch and a half from the ground from this. It wouldn't surprise me if this is still going to be touching the floor, but we'll get there eventually. Alright, let's get on and do the other side. There we go, all secured in place. I've added another one at the bottom here that just goes onto the back of the side skirt, just to stop it from flapping about too much and going into the wheel. I've done the other side exactly the same. So it just stops the flap from flapping about too much. But I have still got clips left over. There's all the clips I've got left over. They give you short ones, long ones, a couple of extra spaces, so I could have put the extra 2 spaces in the back if I wanted to. But I think what I've done is quite adequate, and it's not going to fly off too much. They do give you instructions, very basic instructions, but instructions nonetheless. They give you free hanging air freshener thing. Let's see what it smells like. Not too bad, not really too sure what scent it is. A new car scent maybe, or black ice scent. Oh well, don't smell too bad. We might stick that in. So that's it really. We're not going to do any more today. Just fit them valley flaps, wheel arch liner. I'll get some more star clips for the next video, and I'll just fit them off camera. So next time we'll be moving on to some fun stuff. I think next time we'll do the boost gauge, and then all the fuel and stuff. But for now, that will do, and we'll see you in the next video.